The Christ Letters, with enhanced narration and text. Letter 5.2. The Purpose of My Teachings. I am here to tell you that when you have purified your consciousness of the gross human thoughts and feelings pertaining to the ego drive, and persevere in meditation and a lifting up of your consciousness to the universal, you will begin to feel the spiritual power invading your mind and eventually your whole body. Therefore, my teachings are exclusively directed at assisting you to open your consciousness to newness of life, vitality, and spiritual power, that you may abandon your old way of limited and dissatisfied living and find a new source of inner joy and fulfillment of your every need. Think about this statement. I have not brought you any shoulds or should nots, or frustrating restrictions you yourselves do not want to impose on yourselves. I have certainly come to tell you how your consciousness forms have life within them and eventually manifest in your world, but I leave it to your good sense to choose the healthy thoughts, the loving actions, and the right path leading to joy and fulfillment when you realize the true nature of creation. I have also come with the full force of my Christ power to help you realize that there are no barriers between you and that which brought you into being. Only those you have created yourselves through ignorance of the laws of existence. I have come to help you remove the barriers by enlightening your present ignorance and teaching you how to open your consciousness, your entire being, to the inflow of that which brought you into being. Therefore, I repeat, in the final analysis, my teachings are exclusively directed at assisting you to open your consciousness to newness of life, vitality, and spiritual power, that you may abandon your old way of limited and dissatisfied living and find a new source of inner joy and fulfillment of your every need. I long for you with divine love to reach this supreme state of being before you pass into the next dimension, that your passing may be painless and your transition one of sublime anticipation. This is the sole motivating purpose behind the letters. The above statement is a more compelling and powerful rephrasing of the statement I made when on earth. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all good things will be added to you. I did not make this statement to entice people to be good. I stated a fact of existence. You must also understand fully and clearly that which you call God, and I refer to as universal, possesses none of the human attributes attributed to it by many religions. The human characteristics of anger, threats, and punishment, for instance, only pertain to the human condition. Again, I repeat, I, the Christ, have come down to dictate these letters, expressly to disinvest people's minds of the former human word pictures coined by prophets. it is my firm intention to replace them with descriptions of the power, the universal consciousness, which really creates, moves within, and supports the visible universe and all other dimensions beyond your present perception and comprehension. I am also here to tell you these further universes or dimensions will be opened and will become accessible to your consciousness when the knowledge outlined in these letters is absorbed and made the very fabric of your individualized consciousness. Eventually, death will come to mean a happy transition from a limited dimension of existence to a brighter and more powerful one. You will know that when you are adequately spiritually cleansed and the time is ripe to emerge from the capsule of your body, you will leave relieved to be free of physical limitations, to enter a dimension of love and beautiful and wondrous beingness. You will perceive death to be what it can be, really is for enlightened souls, a glorious transition, a gift of greater life, greater creativity, and an experience of ecstatic being you have not yet dreamed of. I also want to make it clear that many people believe that they can live fruitful and fulfilled lives by following the hundreds of various teachers of positive thinking. Changing your consciousness, they say, will change your lives. This is true to a limited extent, but for spiritually evolving seekers, such a change in consciousness still leaves a dryness of spirit and a yearning for something more. That something more that the soul craves is the true contact and reunion with its source of being. Whilst you may have drawn a certain amount of spiritual growth by following the path of perceiving only the good, the truthful and loving, you remain an entity functioning alone in your own earthbound domain, unassisted by the eternal, infinite, universal. Once you realize the nature of the universal and turn your thoughts to making true contact with it, you begin to realize you are no longer alone. You are supported by the reality which supports the universe. And when I say making true contact with it, I mean that the prayer of supplication for this benefit or that is not making true contact with your source of being. Your prayer is certainly received into the source of being, and an answer is frequently received swiftly, and the need is fulfilled, even as you have asked. But true contact with the source of your being is only experienced when you have sufficiently cleansed your consciousness of the gross human ego drive and have spent some time in meditation and a regular, emotionally powerful reaching out in consciousness to your source, seeking contact and renewal and refreshment of spirit. This is the true purpose behind existence, a constant and mutual reciprocation of communication between the source of all being and creation.